Jennifer Lopez addresses marriage in her Las Vegas residency. We got to talk about this and a lot more, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea every day. I am your certified chismoso, honey, with a mix of Walter Mercado and a mix of mess. Honey, you found your messy best friend, girl, okay? Listen. On this very rainy here in Los Angeles Sunday, we got some tea, girl. So I'm going to spice up your life with some tea, honey. Listen, Jennifer Lopez, ooh, girl, she is Jennifer Lopezing. I don't know what is in the Vegas air, but Jennifer Lopez is addressing a lot of things, girl. We talked about Jennifer Lopez speaking out about haters, about criticism, and now about marriage.
For those of you who were there on opening night 10 years ago, and you know, in that time, I've only been married twice. That's not true. It was only once. Felt like twice. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's over and we just, boom, and it's fine. It's all good. The good news is that I'm learning. And I'm growing. And we're in our happy era right now. Seriously, enough joking around. Thank you all for being here with me tonight. I'm just so happy I can't stop smiling.
All right, so here's the thing, okay, girl? I have to say, this is exactly what I need and more, okay? Oh, by the way, best friend, listen. If you are combating the Sunday blues, I got some tips and tricks for you towards the end of the video so I can help you just kind of have a more chill Sunday instead of the Sunday scaries, okay? So stick around for that. And also, if you're enjoying this FaceTime messy bestie vibe, subscribe. All right, so listen, I love this about any artist, any celebrity who is willing to not only poke fun of themselves, but also to speak out about things that's already out there. You know, some celebrities, they walk around like this, girl. It's like, that's not happening. You know, some celebrities walk around like they're not on the front pages of every single damn fucking blog or media outlet or commentary channel. You know what I mean? It's like, girl, you cannot be that delusional like Dora, always freaking losing her damn backpack. It's like, girl, stop being so damn delusional and wake up, you know. Wake up on a Saturday night. Could be New York, maybe Hollywood and Vine, London, Paris, maybe Tokyo. There's something going on everywhere I go tonight. Yeah, tonight. Anyways, listen, you know, she and any other celebrity who is constantly getting called out or canceled or in the, you know, in the fire in the media, just be real. Be like, girl, what is going on? Who am I marrying today? Who am I divorcing? You know what I mean? Like, make fun of yourself, because the more you make fun of yourself, the more it's not that serious. Do you know what I mean? And the reason people continue to talk about celebrities the way they do is because it's like they're not addressing it. They're making it seem like this is the end of the world. But if a celebrity just says, oh, you know what, girl? Yeah, I got divorced and we weren't working out, boo. Okay, that's it, girl. I'm going to need a new one. Nobody would have talked about her and her divorce. Nobody would have, if she would have just, you know, been honest. And I really, really think that if she continues this way, it's gonna, you know, she's gonna have a lot of momentum. For example, I just saw her Ticketmaster, and a lot of her tickets are selling faster than they were just a couple of days ago. And like I told you, and like That's So Raven predicted it, I do believe that if she continues, people are gonna be like, okay, you know what? This is the Jennifer we love, right? Listen, her and Ben's marriage and divorce, it was a mess. You know, there was a lot of rumors, a lot of criticism. There was a lot of people, you know, different narratives. You know, for example, the biggest rumor was that he wanted a more simple life. She wanted a more fast-paced life. He wanted a more, you know, more normal, kind of more cozy house. She got a freaking $60 million home with 24 bathrooms and 12 bedrooms. And, you know, the more I think about that, and, you know, we've been talking about this, I'm like, you know, girl, your IBS is probably a damn ass bitch, okay? Because if you need 24 bathrooms in that damn estate, girl, There is something going on. She goes to Costco, and that's why Clorox and Fabuloso are never in stock, bitch, because they're always buying it for the Lopez household. She has been living there because they have had a really tough time selling the house, best friend. That's right, girl. You didn't hear from me, though. Allegedly, they've been slashing the prices a lot because nobody wants to buy it. Girl, in this economy, who was going to buy a $60 million estate? She did go ahead and purchase a smaller one, and he did go ahead and purchase another smaller one. You know, I like that she's throwing this subtle shade, if I'm being very honest, because we really haven't heard her side. Everybody's assumed that she's the cause of the divorce and that she's the reason why it didn't work out. So I think it'll be really curious and very interesting to see if she continues to spill some tea. Now, Ben Affleck, on the other hand, it is rumored that he did not like this girl, okay? That they were allegedly trying to be cordial because of his son, because, you know, his son loves J-Lo, and she's been trying to be in his son's life more and take him shopping and go see him in plays and this and that. But allegedly, best friend, take this with a grain of salt and a shot of tequila, bitch, and the pizza that you're going to eat the next day. Allegedly, girl, this was something that really pissed Ben Affleck off, girl. Now, we're just going to have to wait and see if there's going to be any more family outings. And if there's not, now we know why, girl. In other news of Jennifer Lopez, you know, Jennifer Lopez's residency was not selling well until it started. But now that it started, her next show is up till March. There's still a lot of seats left, but not as much as before. So there are new rumors in the Las Vegas residency streets that she will be extending because it is selling very well. Now listen, it's not a sold out situation immediately. It usually ends up selling out on the day of the concert, which is very kind of usual for Vegas shows. But, you know, obviously, some get sold out really quickly, like Dolly Parton's, but this show is selling out quickly at night. It's sort of like, you know, you're in Vegas, you're like, what should we do tonight? And you're like, oh, well, you know, J-Lo's performing, there's a couple seats left. That's why it gets sold out on the day of. So I think her next one is in March 3rd or something. I think that will probably end up selling out on the day of or a day before. So, you know, this could extend her residency, but I'll tell you why I don't think this is such a great idea for her, because she's testing the waters with the public. The public is receiving it okay. She should not push it. Now, if she announces a tour, if she announces 4 other movies, people are going to be like, girl, give us a break. People are just starting to already want to go see her in Vegas. I've seen a lot of comments of people telling me that they're going to fly out to Vegas, that they're buying hotels and car rentals and this and that. Let the people breathe, J-Lo, girl. Don't extend, okay? Give them a little tease, a little taste, and then go away for some time. Come back with a really strong movie. Come back with a really funny movie, a romantic comedy where you do physical comedy and that you're not the star of. Have other co-stars next to you that are also starring in the movie, and funny women that you can kind of play off of each other and you can sort of blend in but still stand out and not be the only one. Like Anaconda, spoiler alert, she does appear towards the end of the movie, and when I went to go see the movie, people were clapping because they're like, oh my god, J-Lo. And it was short, it was sweet, it was quick, and people were impressed. But if you do too much of something too soon, girl, it's gonna fall flat on the floor. That's my advice to Miss J-Lo. I don't know, girl. We'll see what happens if her and Ben are not spotted for a while, honey. Now we know why, girl. But what do you guys think of this subtle shade? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you all. I really appreciate you watching. And if you're having the Sunday blues or the Sunday scaries, like I like to call them, girl, I have a couple of tips and tricks that I've shared before, but I've revamped them a little bit, okay? First one is hydrate, okay? This is something that I've learned recently. A lot of the times that we have a lot of anxiety, obviously it's real and everything, but a lot of times it's also caused by dehydration. I did not know this. I learned this in therapy. Dehydration can cause some sort of anxiety levels in your body. So always make sure you're hydrating, okay? On Sundays, if you're a coffee drinker and you also suffer from anxiety, don't do coffee. Don't do green tea. Don't do energy drinks. Don't do caffeine, period, okay? Because that can spike your anxiety. So it's not just put on a nice movie and relax. No, it's about doing the work in inner work. You know what I mean? So make sure you're not having caffeine. Also, If you can and you have high anxiety, don't do very high sugary things because sugar also spikes your anxiety. I did not know any of these things, okay? And usually when I have anxiety, I go straight to sugar. That's like my number one thing that I like to do. But don't do it, okay? Focus on mellow things, easy things, okay? Good nutritional foods. Because if you nurture the inside, you're gonna really see the effects. So if you do have something on your mind and it's heavy on your mind, I want you to, then that's when you do the distracting part, okay? That's when you put on your favorite movie. That's when you fix your home. That's when you call somebody, okay? That's when you read a book. That's when you watch your favorite cartoon as a kid, okay? When you distract, it's not a fixer of your problem, but it's a Band-Aid. And here's the thing, if there's nothing you can do about your problem right now, then put a damn Band-Aid on it, girl, because you deserve some peace, okay? So that's my advice, is start from the inside. Don't eat foods that can trigger any anxieties or any type of fast heartbeat or movement. Make sure that you are hearing, listening, eat something cozy, something nutritional, okay? For example, tonight I will be making my famous sweet curry vegetables, and that is very easy. I am no expert in cooking. This is a recipe that I came up with in my mind. I am not an expert. I don't want to offend cultures, but this is the way I do it. So if you want to try it, you're more than welcome. And again, this was by accident, but what I like to do is the base is coconut milk, okay? Coconut milk, and then that's my base. I put in a little bit of brown sugar or regular sugar or even honey, that's fine. And then I put my veggies in there, okay? And then cook that up. The veggies could be frozen veggies, stir-fry type veggies, broccoli and this and that, that type of veggies I like to play around with. And then I love to add potatoes, make it dense. This is a comfort meal, so I like to cut some potatoes, cook it there in slow simmer or whatever it's called, and then it cooks for a really long time. And you taste it to see if it's, sweet, because I do love a sweet one. I like to put in some peas. I like to put in some corn. I like to put the potatoes, the broccoli. I like to put spinach. I like to put the leaf spinach in there and just kind of leave that on simmer and then make my rice. I know potato and rice, I know it's a lot, but it's a comfort meal. You put a little brown rice or a little, white rice, and then you serve a little bit. You put the curry on top, and it's just it's a very, dense, food, but it's so cozy and it's so relaxing, and it's also nutritional, obviously without the sugar and stuff like that, it could be really good, but I do like the brown sugar because it gives it a little more sweetness. So that's my dinner for today. What are you guys having for dinner? Let me know in the comments. What did you guys think of Jennifer Lopez throwing Ben Affleck some shade? I love you all so much, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I know this next week is going to be very blessed. So I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.